Okay, good morning. Today's Friday. No quiz today, but we are going to learn something completely new today. Okay, so today's date is 3/20/20. Okay. And today I'm going to teach you something called a dot, what's a D? Plot. Okay, a dot plot. There we go. A dot plot is like a histogram. It represents data. Okay, represents data. So, the easiest way to understand this is to create one. So, what if I asked my students in class, and we would have actually done this in class, tell me how many siblings do you have? Right? How many siblings do you have? Siblings are brothers and sisters. So I would go around, I would give you a little dot, a little round circle, and you would place them on a sheet. Okay. So let's say I asked you and you said, "Oh, I have one brother." Okay, and someone else in group one would say, "Oh, I have three siblings, not including yourself." And then I would go, "Okay, in group one, tell me how many more siblings you have." One and two. Then I would go to group two, and then they would tell me, "Oh, Miss Millie, I have a lot. I have four." Okay, I have two. Miss Millie, I have zero. I'm the only child. Okay. Oh, you tell me how many siblings do you have? And I would go around the room and I would collect this data like so. And, someone would say, a really big number, or maybe not a big number. Depends on what you think, right? Like, okay. All right. So then I was like, wow, I have three only children, only child in the family. Okay. So here's our data. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a dot plot for this. So that entails, let's see if I change if it's better or not. Is that too bright? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, probably. All right. So you're going to create a dot plot. We start off with the horizontal line and we go look at our numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you're going to put a dot based on these information. So 1, have a dot. 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 1, 5, 7, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. So these dots, each of these dots represent one person in the class. Okay. So remember we talked about 3 students had no siblings; they were the only child. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3. So each dot represents a person. Okay. All right, so what do we do with this information? Well, it tells us a couple of different things. What we usually don't do is we don't find the mean for these, but one of the things we do is we find the mode. And mode, remember, is which number repeats the most. And with this data, how it's organized, you should be able to clearly see which number repeats the most. So let's look at our data. Which number repeats the most? The 2. The 2 has the most dots, so our mode would be 2. Okay, so that's some useful information we can get out of our dot plot. Something else that they might ask you is the range. Now the range is the biggest number minus the smallest number, where the biggest number in our data 7. And our smallest number is actually 0. So 7 minus 0 is 7. So our range would be 7. Okay. They might ask you like, okay, well, how many students had 3 siblings? That would be 3. How many had 6 siblings? 0. How many had 2 or less? So let's write that down. How many had 2 or less? So 2 or less. Is 2 included? Yes, or less. So basically our data would be this. So how many are 2 or less? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So again, let's count those again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 students had 2 or less. So we're going to say 13 for that. Now, one of the ones that they most likely will ask you for this is your median. Okay, so let's see, checking my notes just to make sure I cover everything. Your median, which is a number in the middle. Okay, it's a number in the middle. So which number is in the middle? And we don't do this. Oh, that's the number in the middle. No, what you do is you're going to cross out the dots. So small dot, big dot, small value, big value, small value, big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, big. Oh, that dot right there is in the middle. Well, what value does that dot have? That value has the value of 2 siblings. So our median is 2. Our median is 2. Okay, so let me do this one. Thought I had a different one. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is better. This one's already done for us. So let's work on this one together. Okay? The students in social studies class were asked how many brothers and sisters, siblings, they each had. The dot plot here shows a result. So they graphed it, right? So they have between 0 and 6 siblings. You can probably tell which one's the mode, which one appears the most. Okay? How many of the students have 6 siblings? How many of the students have 6 siblings? You don't have to copy this down. So let's answer them together. How many of the students have 6 siblings? So I go here and I look for 6 siblings, and how many dots are on the 6? That's right, it would be 6. How many of the students have no siblings? So 0 siblings. How many dots are on the 0? That would be 3. See? 1, 2, 3. 3 dots. How many of the students have 3 or more siblings? 3 or more. Does that include the 3? Yes. So take a second, count how many have 3 or more. I'm going to zoom this in for you. 3 or more. 3 or more. All right. So 3 or more. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be 11. Now I'm going to ask you a couple more things that they didn't ask you. What would be the mode? Which number repeats the most? That's right, 3. What's the range? Big number minus small number. Correct. That would be 6. Mode is 3, range is 6. Now, what is the median? Okay, to find the median, well, it's kind of hard for you guys because you don't have the paper. Small value, big, small value, big value, small, big, small, big. 1 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. And well, there's 2 3s left over, so medium will be 3. All right, very good. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay, number 2. So the resting pulse rate were recorded for 16 boys in gym class before they exercised. The line plot, so the dot plot is also called the line plot, shows the results. This one's not called the dot plot because it has X's and not dots. Still the same thing. Okay. I want you to answer these 3 questions, A, B, and C. So you don't have to copy down the line plot. You have to answer the questions. What is the range of the pulse rates? So the range. How many boys had a pulse rate over 81? Does that include 81? No. How many boys had a pulse rate of 83? So exactly 83. So you can go ahead and pause it and answer those in your notebook. Okay. So, by the way, I don't need you to take a picture of this, okay? I just need you to take a picture of your answers for these. Okay, so the second part I want you to do is I want you to create this dot plot, okay? So from the beginning, the height of 20 basketball players in inches are given. So these are the inches. Make a dot plot using the number line below. So you're gonna dot this. I'll zoom it in and I'll pause it in a second. Don't worry. What is the speed range of the data? What is the mode of the data? And how many players are greater than 70 inches? Okay, so what I would like you to do is I want you to create this. So using this data, create a dot plot. So it's gonna look like this basically. And then you're gonna answer the questions that are here. Okay, so let me zoom into this. You can pause it to, let me see. Okay, there it is. And then here are the questions I want you to answer. Okay. All right, I want to thank those who are doing the work. I'm grading them. It's keeping me busy. Hopefully it's keeping you guys busy. And I'll be recording one and posting it on Monday. Okay, hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe.